Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your resident brown skin girl and I'm back again with another video. If you're an existing subscriber, hey now, and if you're new and it's the first time you're viewing me, welcome. I hope you decide to subscribe and join our family. And to everyone, please don't forget to comment and to like this video. So just want to address the lighting. I am currently using my ring lights, of which I mentioned in my previous video that I just got it. So yeah, I don't know, what do you guys think? Is it working? I think it's working because it's much later on in the day and there's no more natural light. Cool guys, so this took place about 2 to 3 months ago. I didn't speak about it then because I was still pretty annoyed, but now I'm completely over it. Okay, so this is what happened, guys. I had lost my bank card for about 2 to 3 weeks, but what I had been doing is using my phone. So I was using the app, like I was sending money to myself via the app and withdrawing it at the ATM, or if it was something that I could do just by using the app, that's what I was doing. So I was surviving without my bank card, utilizing my app, right? But then what happened is I got a new phone. So now I'm na app, I'm na phone. So I have to go to the bank to sort out my app, and I might as well just get myself a new card because I'd been procrastinating because I kept thinking my card's gonna show up, and my card, she never showed up. Okay, cool. So I get to the bank. Cool, fine, join the queue, get into the bank. COVID situations, you know, there's queues, you have to wait forever to get where you're going. So eventually I get inside the bank and we're waiting in the queue. So to relieve the ladies that are working in inquiries, some of the consultants came to us in the queue to ask who wants to do what. So this one guy, it is important that he was a Zulu man, of which I am also Zulu. But guys, I want disclaimer. Okay, disclaimer. My Zulu is not great. It's not something that I'm proud of. I'm pouncing at the top of the heels. No, it's not something that I'm like proud of. But honestly, nor do I hate myself for it, because how I grew up, what I've been exposed to, my Zulu is not that great. But I try my best, and what I can communicate, I'll definitely communicate. But if I'm lost and I'm gonna ask you, listen, what does that mean? Okay, cool. So that's a very important disclaimer. Okay, cool. It's whatever. Zulu guy comes up. He's like, what are you here to do? So I like tell the dude, no, listen, I've lost my bank card. And no, I'm lying. I didn't say that I lost my bank card. I said I need to fix my app, because I've gotten a new phone and I forgot the long password that you generally use to retrieve your app. So I'm here to fix my app. It's like, okay, cool, come through, you know. But the whole time he's speaking vernac, which is cool. Like, I've got no issues because as far as we are communicating, I fully understand what he's saying. Okay, cool. We go to his consultation cubicle. Okay, cool. So the guy's like, okay, what's up? Tell me what's going on. But he's speaking in vernac. So I'm like, no, in English. I'm like, no, I got a new phone and I forgot the password. So now I need to retrieve my app. So he's like, direct translation. He directly translates what I'm saying in English into Zulu. So he's like, okay, so telephone or sayazi, I don't know what he says. Okay, cool. So I get what he's saying and I'm like, yes. He's like, oh, okay. Then he asks, you know, your ID number, all of these things, security questions, whatever. Okay, fine. So I'm responding. So then homeboy asks for my ID, but he asks for it in vernac, and he says a word that I am not familiar with. He says, "Ngicela ungiphe umaziso wakho." Okay, sharp, guys. I didn't know what that was. So, no scam, no shame. I say to him, ngikuphe ini? He's like, ngiphe umazisi wakho. I'm like, hey, yes, I'm not sure what that is. This is the guy Noluthando. I'm like, yes. Ele. I'm like, yes. Ngoba Zulu nje. He basically says, but you're Zulu. So basically, how can you not know what that is? I'm still relaxed. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't know what that is. So he's like, hi, bo. Oh, yeah, Zulu. I'm like, I am Zulu. So I don't know the way that I responded. I think I didn't use the correct, is it prefix or whatever. I don't know if I was supposed to say nguwona noma nguyena umzulu. You know, I obviously said the wrong thing because, oh my word, he started laughing at me. He's laughing. Then he's like, in vernac, guys. So just to save time, I'm not going to say it's in vernac. It's basically like, oh, okay, is that how you say it? Oh my word, I need to take you to the farms, the rural areas in my hometown. People must meet you. What kind of Zulu is this? What are you saying to me? So I've been cool all along, right? So now I'm getting a bit annoyed. So I'm like, you're gonna take me to the farms for what? He's like, no, just so that people can meet you. I'm like, meet me. AKA, what's different about me? And he's like, no, I just want them to meet you. Are you married? I'm like, yes, I'm married. He's like, oh, okay. So you don't know what umazisi is? I'm like, no, I don't know. Angas. He's like, okay, give me ID. Of which, guys, that's the general term that's used. Nobody really says umazisi. We all say ID for identity documents, you know? Okay, cool. So I give him my ID. He takes it, he looks at it, and he's like, even the spelling of your name and your surname, it's definitely Zulu. How did you not know that umazisi is an ID? Now I'm getting annoyed. So I'm like, my guy, I already explained that I don't know what it is. You've given me the correct term. I've supplied the documents. What's the next step? So he's like, give me your bank card. So I'm like, oh, I don't have my bank card. I lost my bank card a while back and then I recently changed my phone. Guys, does this guy not go? So basically, we're just wasting each other's time here.
And
we're wasting each other's time here. I'm like, what do you mean? So he tells me, I can't assist you with the app if you don't even have a bank card. But he's speaking in vernac. The entire consultation, he insists on speaking in vernac. But every time he slips, I know that he can speak English, but he just insists on speaking in vernac. And for me, I cannot confirm it. But the way it was coming out to me, it was coming off to me as if he was proving a point. He was somehow trying to make me feel inferior for not having the ability to speak in vernac fully. Okay, cool. So then now I'm getting frustrated because, guys, am I not at a bank? How can we be wasting each other's time when I'm at the bank, when all the resources you need for you to assist me are there? For me, why not say, okay, I cannot assist you with the app if you do not have a bank card. We're going to have to first get you a bank card. Are you okay with that? Do you know what I mean? Like, you're speaking to me as if when I'll call you a bank card. Like, all you can assist me with here, it's a app store. It's app only, and you cannot assist me if I don't have a bank card, which is not the case. We are in the bank, which means you can get me a bank card. You just need to ask me, am I willing to get a bank card? And you need to let me know as a customer that if I want to fix my app, I need a bank card. You don't sit there on your high horse telling me we're wasting each other's time. So I'm like,
a lot of people will be scared here. A lot of people will be scared, and I'll name them.
But what I don't think is appropriate is for you as an employee speaking to me as a customer, telling me that we're wasting each other's time. Like, for me, that's completely inappropriate because I am in a setting, I'm at the bank where I can get assistance with all of these things. So instead of you telling me we're wasting each other's time, you just need to tell me what I need to do to get assistance. So he's like, no, okay, let me just call Usisi. Are you willing to pay for the bank card? So I'm like, but with the bank card, is it not directly debited from your account? So he's like, yes, it is. So I'm like, yeah, because I need the app, definitely let's sort out the bank card. So he calls the other girl in Vernac. She's also Zulu. Girl arrives. They're having a fat chat in front of me. Guys, tell me why I'm being treated as if I'm not debited every month for administration and services. Tell me why I'm being treated like I'm bringing no money into this bank. Do you understand what I'm saying? I felt so disrespected. Like, you cannot stand there with another employer of the company and start having a fat chat on my time. That time, guys, it's COVID. The bank is like this. There's no time for what you're doing. There's no time for him to even come at me about my language of choice. There's no time. This bank is full. Do what you need to do and let us move on. Now they're having a fat chat. No, they're laughing about the fact that I wanted assistance with the app, but I didn't have a bank card. So I try to stay calm. Then I'm like, no, actually, no. I'm being happy. I don't want them to come here inside of my pockets. So I'm like, sorry. Am I not at a place where I'm supposed to ask if I need assistance? So then the other lady, she's like, yeah, no, you are. Then I'm like, so why is it a joke that I wanted to fix my app, but I didn't have a bank card? I don't get it. I don't understand. Why are you guys sitting here in front of me as the customer discussing me and laughing about me? It's not appropriate. Then she's like, oh no, sorry about that. I'll fix indaba yekhadi now, you know. So I'm like, okay, I'm sitting there. Now I'm like, I'm here. Like, I've had enough. Literally, I'm sitting here about 30 to 40 minutes later. I don't have a card. My app hasn't been fixed. This guy's coming at me for not speaking in Vernac. And I'm just questioning myself, Auntie, why am I at the bank if people are laughing at me for needing assistance? I was so annoyed. But anyway, okay, cool, sharp. They do what they need to do. We enter the codes. So now, like, I'm done. I'm done. He's trying to continue with these inappropriate questions of where am I from, you know, all of those things. And I'm just like, oh, he was even asking me, oh, Ushatile kuphi, where's your husband from, you know, not speaking in Vernac. And I'm literally just like, me and you are not friends. I'm here to get a service. I'm done with this conversation, actually, because from the start, I could tell that you have been demeaning towards me because I'm unable to speak Vernac in a way that is pleasing to you. So from here on forth, I just need professionalism. Like, conversation, no, I'm not about it. I'm over it. I'm done, period. So he keeps talking. I'm just keeping quiet, and I'm asking him, what must I do? He's telling me, what must I do? Okay, cool. And then he continues to say, oh, okay, I was one to say ukuthi umazisi ubungawazi. This was when I lost it. I said, no, you know what? This guy's asking for me. So I said to him, kahle kahle, Yini inkinga la? And he's like, what do you mean? But he's speaking in Vernac. I'm like, since the beginning of our consultation, you've been coming at me for my inability to understand certain Vernac words or being unable to structure them in the correct way. So now I'm just asking you, what is the problem? And he's like, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say I've got a problem with you not speaking Vernac. I'm like, no, you didn't have to say I have a problem with you not speaking Vernac. It's in your actions. So tell me, what's the problem? And he's like, no, I don't have a problem. I'm like, listen, the first thing you need to know is I don't owe you to speak in Vernac. Secondly, you don't even know my life. You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know how I grew up. Have I been adopted? Is that why I'm unable to speak Vernac? Am I not who you think? You don't know me. You don't know me. Therefore, you are not able to expect me to speak Vernac. I don't owe it to you. You are not my mom. You are not my dad. You are not even my friend. Abanga. You are literally merely a consultant that I'm asking for assistance regarding my app and a bank card. So I don't know why we are having this conversation. And he's like, no, he didn't say anything about me not being able to speak Vernac, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, you know what? If you're going to come at someone and they're going to give it back to you, the least you can do is be man enough to admit what you've been doing. So since that is not what you are going to do here, can we just finish up this consult? Keep it professional. Can we just finish this consult? Because I actually want to leave because I'm okay with this now. Like, I'm done. Like, this conversation, it's draining me. I didn't walk into a bank to feel inferior for not being able to speak Vernac in the way that you want me to. I walked in here to fix my app, but now I need to walk out feeling less than because I can't speak Vernac in the way that you need me to. So can we just keep this consult professional? Can I get my card? Can I fix my app? And can I walk out of here? Like, from now on, that's literally all I want from you. And he's like, okay, sis. I'm like, okay, sharp. You know? Okay, cool. We do everything. Everything is done. I get my card, I fix my app, and I walk out the bank. So, I'm driving home. No.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
I can tell that, no, I'm not okay. So, I'm still feeling like, no, this wasn't appropriate. Like, am I crazy? This wasn't right. Why am I being harassed at the bank for not speaking Vernac? So I discussed it with a couple of people. I discussed it with my husband. I discussed it with my brother. And as I'm speaking to them, I'm realizing, no, this guy, the way he was coming at me, this wasn't his first rodeo. For me, this is what he does when he comes across somebody maybe with a similar background to mine, of which I felt like it was completely wrong. It was completely inappropriate, and he actually needs to be held accountable for his actions. Like, if you're going to speak like that with a paying customer, you should be willing to deal with the consequences of your action. So my brother and my husband were even like, at that very time, after that consult, you should have gone to the manager and been like, listen, this is what I experienced with one of your consultants, and I'm not happy about it. But the thing with me is, I have no median. If you speak incorrect to me, I'm all the way up, I'm all the way down. So I was so upset that I think subconsciously I knew that if I went to the manager right now, she probably wouldn't have been even able to get why I was frustrated, because I would have been so upset. I wouldn't have been able to deliver the message in the way that I wanted to. So I couldn't address it right there and then. So I decided, no, I'm going to hit them up with an email. And guys, I just want to pause here and say, I think a lot of us sometimes are hesitant to complain, even when you can see that this is not right. And I've been getting into this thing where I feel like if I am paying, I deserve a certain type of service. If I'm at the restaurant and my waitress is acting crazy, I have the right to report her or to tell her, listen, you're coming at me incorrect and I'm not going to stand for it. So it's something that I've been telling myself that, listen, like, I'm not performing any crime. I'm merely enforcing the fact that I have the right to complain as a customer. And guys, even me at work, if a patient wants to complain about how I have treated them, if they feel I have mistreated them and they want to complain about it, it's their rights. They are allowed to do that because I am a paid government employee and I cannot come incorrect to patients. So if I can be called out on my behavior and be okay with it, why can I not call you on your behavior and you should be okay? You should be okay with it because you can't treat a customer like that. So I ain't landing email, told them, listen, the baby girl's not happy. The girl's not happy because, listen, one of your consultants, I described him. He spoke to me like this, and that. I deem it completely inappropriate. To my knowledge, in South Africa, the business language is English. So it's not even that I was speaking in French and he didn't get me. No, I was speaking in the language in which, when they interviewed him in that language. When they were hiring him, they said, listen, we need you to be okay with speaking in this language. So help me understand why I was being harassed for having the inability to speak in vernac. I wrote the email and I said, listen, like, I need repercussions. I need to know who's going to speak to him and let him know that he can't speak like that with patients. Not patients, customers. He can't speak like that with customers. Sent the email, it went through. After a week or two, my bank got back to me and said they've received my complaint and they're in the process of dealing with it and I'll receive a call. I did receive a call. I explained my situation. They told me that they had spoken to him about it. It's on record. If it happens again, there will be issues. And I was like, literally, that's all I wanted to happen, because for me, I'm not even doing it for me anymore, because I'm sure you're smart enough to understand that you can't do it to me again, because then I'm a repeated victim. I can go back and say this is the second time he's doing this to me, but the reason for me putting it officially on paper is me saying, just in case this guy has a trend of dealing with patients like this, guys, customers, of dealing with customers like this, he needs to stop and he needs to know that he can be held accountable for his behavior. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to comment, to like, and to subscribe. There'll be more.